One starter. Will he beat out Jarrett Stidham? What? Now, I'm not discounting Jarrett Stidham, Stidham to saying that like he's a bum or something like that. No, he's a professional football player. He's been in that system for a few years now. He understands, what the Patriots are trying to do. So I'm giving him credit where credit is due. But let's remember, Cam Newton is a former NFL MVP not too long ago in 2015. Cam Newton, the reason that he is out in Carolina is two reasons. One, a owner came in that wanted to go into a different direction and he didn't think Cam Newton could fit what they were trying to do and would not probably be down with what they were trying to do. The second thing is that Cam Newton was coming off an injury. Cam Newton, before that injury, there was at least 16 teams that would take Cam Newton in a heartbeat. So what this question really is Cam healthy? Is he back to what he was, or is he even better than what he used to be? And I at least think he is back to what he was. And I don't think Jarrett Stidham is going to be able to come in, play well enough, or play better, I should say, play better than Cam Newton. Bill Belichick, everybody gives Bill Belichick all this credit for what, how he goes from game to game and all this stuff. And I think he will do the same thing. He will figure out what's going to work best for Cam to be the best version of Cam that he can be. Bill Belichick, trust me, he is wanting to prove everyone that Tom Brady, yes, he was great for this franchise, but we can still win and we can still move in the right directions with someone else. And I don't think Bill Belichick is sitting around saying, you know what, I'm going to show them, I'm going to beat them with Stidham. No, he still will take the best player, but I just think right now with Cam's resume, because you still got to take his resume into consideration, with Cam's resume versus Stidham, Cam is going to win that starting position. Now, as the season goes on, could, he get benched or whatever? Who knows? It just depends on what Belichick is trying to run, because we all know if you don't run it the way he wants, if you make mistakes, he's going to sit you down, no matter who you are. So that part remains to be seen. But I don't think coming to training camp, playing in two preseason games, that they're talking about, but just in training camp, I don't think Jarrett Stidham is going to come in and wow everyone that you're going to be saying, you know what, Cam Newton, you need to sit down. And Wait a Minute Show chat room said, Galloway says Stidham knows it ain't his job no more once Cam got there. I'm not going to say that. I do think Stidham is a competitor, and he's thinking, why not? I've been here longer than Cam. I understand what they're trying to do. But I just think at the end of the day, the physical natural talents that Cam Newton has, that he's going to be able to bring to that team and bring to that football field, is going to outweigh what Jarrett Stidham brings to that team. At this point, Stidham could get better and all that stuff, but I'm just talking about right now where both of these players are in their career. Now, for Cam, I think the biggest thing for Cam is going to be getting on the same page with a N'Keal Harry, with a Mohamed Sanu, with a Julian Edelman, and others. It's a change of the guard. It's a change, it's a new chapter that is the New England Patriots. And I think a lot of people got to remember that this team is not going to play and not going to operate like it was with Tom Brady. Because even if it was Jarrett Stidham, it's still the same thing. Jarrett Stidham is not Tom Brady. He doesn't play the same way. He's going to change that system to fit whoever it is that's going to be under center. And it's going to look different to a certain degree. But at the end of the day, yeah, I got Cam Newton being a day one starter. Day one. Can't say anything about the entire season, which I can. I think he would finish the season, but as long as he doesn't have any struggles with Belichick, he'll be all right. Plus, he's motivated. He's motivated to prove everybody wrong because everybody is counting him out. Everybody has made it seem like Cam Newton is some guy that's uncoachable, and I just don't. You could just say maybe I don't think he fits in. To the scheme we're trying to run or something like that. That's fine if you want to go down that route. But the man was hurt, and he tried to play hurt. This man is not hurt, and he's not even playing, so he can't play hurt. But LSU's Coach Ed Orgeron, was talking with Steve Gardner. He was talking with the Vice President Mike Pence. There was some roundtable that they were having, and this was reported by Steve Gardner of USA Today. But he was talking about needing football amid this whole pandemic. And so one of the things that Ed Orgeron said is that football is a lifeblood of the U.S. And, he said that he doesn't think that if shutting down football during the COVID-19 pandemic is the right thing to do. So this is what he's saying about it. He said, I don't think we can take this away from these players, take this away from our state and our country. We need football. He also went on to say football is the lifeblood of our country, in my opinion. It gets everything going. It gets the economy going, the economy of Baton Rouge, the economy of the state of Louisiana. Now, they had a big problem with COVID-19 there because a lot of their players went to some nightclubs and then they contracted this virus. Now, they went and treated all the players, but he went on to say, basically, about addressing that situation a little bit, saying we spent a week educating them, but we spent a week educating them on COVID-19. I don't think any other team in the country was more educated than we were. And he said, we have not had one kid. Come on, Jelani, read this right. We have not had one kid catch the virus working out in our training room. It's sterile. We clean it every day. Everybody gets tested. So here's what I say about that. He's saying we need football. At what cost, though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What is the number? What is the cost? What is the line? Where is the marker that we are drawing a line in the sand and we're saying if we get to this level, if we get to this metric, if we get to whatever, this number, then that is it. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Now, I get it. He's saying the kids are educated and they're testing their kids and all that stuff. Yeah, but here's the thing. COVID-19 is not in Baton Rouge, Louisiana by itself. That is not the hub for coronavirus, for COVID-19. It's all over the United States of America. So yes, you may have your team educated. Yes, you may be doing all these testings, but you can't guarantee that everybody else is doing what they're supposed to be doing. There could be some people, and there are people that still are naive. Remember, you guys, what was this? They said at least 30 LSU players reportedly isolated after contracting or coming in contact with someone who tested positive for COVID-19. So you guys at one point had an issue or had a problem with it. Who's to say there's not another team and then you're playing that team or that team is playing somebody else? They pass it on to someone and then maybe your guys get, trust me, I'm not wanting this to happen, but I'm just saying you're speaking strictly on what you guys have done. And it could work. I don't know, but I'm just trying to figure out what's the line? Where are we at when we say if we get to here, we're done, we're stopping. I mean, SEC has not come out and said they're canceling any non-conference. You got the Ivy League, who has canceled their fall season. Patriot League just canceled their fall season. Big Ten, Pac-12, they're doing non-conference games. I think the ACC is going to join in with non-conference games as well. So you have some of these teams, but the SEC, they haven't said anything yet. I mean, they still got time to make decisions, but at what cost? Is it, and it's a lot harder to manage this thing at a college campus as well. With the NBA, yeah, they got a bubble and all this stuff. The NFL, they're going to be able, they're limited, how many fans can come in, and they're going to try to, provide a control environment. How much of a control environment can you provide on a college campus? Because you got your players, and I'm not talking about Ed Orgeron at this point. I'm just talking about any school. Because I think I'm sure Ed Orgeron, he means well on it. I don't think he really wants to go out there and put anybody at danger. I just fully believe that he thinks that they can do it safely. But who's watching the students? Who's watching? I mean, are you talking about players, being, in a bubble themselves, keeping away from students? Maybe they got tutors. Maybe they, do online learn. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What's the line? What's the metric? What's the game plan? You already got the NFL saying, hey, they're looking at cutting 2 preseason games. They could cut some games themselves. So but he believes. He believes and he thinks that they can get this thing done safely. I'm hoping he's right. But you got, MLB players testing positive. You got NBA players testing positive. You got to think that still some NFL and some NCAA teams are going to test positive as well. Just my thought. But also what is my thought is that it is time for the Big L Award. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to hand out the Big Loser Award to someone who has done something quite loserous. That's not even a word, but it doesn't even matter because it's my show and I'll say it the way I want to say it. Right, Lopan? Lopan, wake up. I said right, Lopan? Indeed. Thank you. So we hand this out to someone because we all have taken an L. Hey, I took an L on Saturday's show because even though I graduated from college, I still couldn't spell the word Orlando for whatever reason in that episode. And Lopan pointed it out to me and laughed at me. Indeed. Shut up, Lopan. But it is what it is. So I gotten it. Lopan has gotten it. Other people's gotten it. It is, look, it is equal. It is unbiased. Anybody can get this thing. So that's why when we hand it out, no one can be mad at us because we do not play favorites here at the Wait a Minute Show, and we're not going to do that as well. So at the beginning of the show, I was telling y'all, and I just, said something about it right now. I was updating you on some personal stuff that was going on in my life, and I said that your boy went back to college, finished college, got his degree. Now he got the paperwork. Now he got to go ahead and put that on his resume to let people know, like, yeah, I'm in the building. I got a little degree or something, I'm doing that right. Right? Now look at that. Yeah, look at that. Got the college degree. So everybody was happy for me and all that stuff, and I appreciate that. So I'm not giving out the Big L Award to anybody out there that was happy for me. So everybody can relax. It's not about that. But, ladies and gentlemen, with school and with my luck, some said, Jelani, look, you need to check some stuff out. You're finishing up this last class. You need to check some stuff out. Now, your boy, luckily, was getting school paid for him. So it wasn't coming out of my pockets, wasn't coming out of Lopan's pocket.